Peter Milne, marketing controller, for being Q to the very proud chairman, David Forrester. Albion Rovers, the second division champions, finding it a little bit difficult to adjust to the first division football, and I think Davy Provan admitted that. They've had 1 win out of 3. Now, if you're going to do anything at all in the first division, even get promotion, you've got to have experience. They certainly have it in the form of Robert Clark, number 6, the team captain, who's played twice for Kilmarnock and Motherwell and started off with Rangers. All that experience, and he's still only 26. Clydebank, they've done exactly the same as Albion Rovers so far. 1 win out of 3. They're always a very useful club, of course, run on a relative shoestring and done marvellously well over the years to get frequent promotion into the Premier Division. A great club altogether. And today, upset by injury, but nevertheless, there's a gentleman, Jim Hughes, whose name goes in the history book. He scored the first ever goal at Scotland's newest stadium, McDermott Park, up at Perth there, although I doubt very much if St Johnstone will put up a plaque on the wall for him. And the referee today, of course, is Sports Scene's own Kenny Hope. I really don't know what we'd do without him. Off we go on a very attractive afternoon altogether. And I remember the days when I used to stand at East Terracings at a local derby between Rovers and Airdrieonians. 25,000 boys lifted over the turnstiles. Broomfield hasn't changed all that much over the years, but times have, regrettably. And this is a very typical game for Scottish football. I would say the attendance will getting up to 2,000. Maybe that's a little bit ambitious. And that is a goal kick. And both these teams very eager to get a victory today. Bit of wrestling going on. Free kick to Rovers, very quickly taken. Clever play, there's pouring in here, McEnany. An intelligent free kick. Look how quickly it was taken. A difficult angle at the best of times. He made a very good effort at it, though. And good goalkeeping, by the way, by Jim Gallagher, narrowing that angle. Shouting, hold it, hold it, hold it, and McEnany lays it to the side. That's a very good run indeed by Chapman. Free kick. Yes, he was really going through. As I said, the Rovers have been that bit more aggressive than Clydebank. Well, now, this is what teams should rehearse and drill at training through the week. Let's see what they do with it. It was a straightforward belt there by McKenzie, and yeah, well, there's nothing terribly subtle about that. Well, no decoys at all. He just decided to let rip straight into the wall, and that was a chance, but he was all off balance. Bit of aggression there by John Davis. Oh, good turn there by Coyle. That's good play by Becky Hughes. Oh. We are not at a very favourable angle for that. I'm not quite sure just how close that really was. Hughes deciding to go himself, and the goalkeeper trying his best to narrow the angle. Clark misjudging that one and pushing, and Bankies get a free kick. Touched there by Coyle. McCullough commits himself, and there is a goal. Yes, pushed in eventually by Edie, but the linesman has his flag up. Well, see how close this is. It broke down there and was whipped away. Back on there by Edie. There's Coyle. Wants to go himself and almost does. Owen Coyle. Fine ton of pace, tricky player. Now Robertson again. Oh, he played that very well indeed. Can't get it over Davis though. Now back out to Watson. Waited until Mackenzie came up in support and goes through himself. Watson looking for the little run inside, and it comes there from Chapman. Watson, and that's touched away by Gallagher. Little flurry of effort by Rovers there, raising the hopes of the crowd underneath us. Well, Gallagher, I think, was rather put off at first. He didn't think that that was going to be dangerous, then made up his mind late and went for it. About 30 seconds remaining of the first half, still no scoring, and Gallagher fully committed to that. That was Watson going in. Now the break by Bankies. Well, that's a very good ball indeed, picked up by Robertson. That's a free kick, and there may even be a booking. Very good move, and Robertson looked as if he was heading for goal. Down he went. McHugh, I think there might have been a touch of the accidental about that. No chance for Edie. That's put back, that was dangerous. And there goes the half-time whistle. There's no scoring at Broomfield. Albion Rovers and Clydebank giving a lot, expending a tremendous amount of energy, lots of hard work in midfield, but level pegging. Start of the second half, a very even contest, but two teams badly seeking inspiration, and certainly Albion Rovers near the end looked as if they had picked themselves up after a rather depressing 15 minutes or so, and that's a great goal. Ewan Watson. Oh, that's in exactly, I make it something like 17 seconds. Look at the way he blasted it in. Really catching the Bankies cold. Well, that's as quick a goal as I've seen in a long time at the start of a second half, and there is a youthful support, although from these colours I think he goes somewhere else. That's a neat ball. Oh, he should have held it just a little bit more. Really, Clydebank was spread-eagled that time. To get it up towards Graham. Just got away with that. Mike McEnany was coming in fast. Doing well to jump against the sun like that. Well, surprisingly left by Paul McKenzie. Hughes. Back to Marr. Well, there's some freedom, and there's a great chance, and that is the equaliser by John Davis. Well, 2 goals in 7 minutes. That will please those who've come to be entertained after a drab first half. And look at that, there were 2 of them who could have gone in. It was Davis who eventually got the final touch. Well, it looks as if Bankies had taken one right in the solar plexus to start off with. They picked themselves up, fought back well, and were even again. Clark, superbly done. Then runs into danger, and he's got to spread it quickly. Too lumbered. No, that was never going to do as Kenny Campbell came up. That's a neat touch again, and the Bankies are opening, and that was Robertson trying to go through, and this is an infinitely more entertaining game now. Here's the goal scorer. Plays it well. That's a very good hit. It's a brilliant goal by Graham. Oh, this is much better stuff now. He's been trying so hard all afternoon, and there's that gallant little band of Rover supporters watching that majestic header from Ali Graham. You know, I'm beginning to think we might need a pocket calculator up there. I mean, really, he's gone to the head. 3 goals in, what, 7.5 minutes? Goodbye first half, I would say. A lot of fight about both teams now, and I think Banky's pride was hurt by that stunning goal in 17 seconds. Fought back well, got on it, level terms, and then a great header. Rovers fighting back again. There's Hughes with a shot! 2 each. 9 minutes gone of the second half. This is a veritable deluge now. This is a quite excellent equaliser by Hughes. He really spanked that in, and this is, I'll tell you what, I got in free today. I would have paid to see this. Well, I was going to say that Albion Rovers didn't know what hit them. We don't know what hit us. It was not the slightest indication in the first 45 minutes that we would get this, and perhaps even more. Coyle, he's done it. 3-2. 5 goals in exactly 10 minutes. If he looks puzzled, you should see the man sitting beside me. Look at that, beautifully done. Coyle, a terrible error in defence, but nevertheless, it is never the easiest of tasks to score a goal like that. Well, I wasn't joking about that pocket calculator. Now, Graham, that's a better ball. Chapman, ooh, not far away. You see all the difference that has happened is they're much more aggressive, much more direct this half. We've had a lot of that. Neatly done. Chapman, that'll be played to the left. Granger, he took that very well, he's got to cut it back, and he does, and just away. Good move by Rovers, and the sub almost producing the move that got them back on equal terms. Now you're going to see a very nice touch here by Granger. Look at the way he just times the way he went round the player, cut it back, and good covering by Bankies. McEnany. Granger, who's looked very useful, and that wasn't a bad shot at all. Steve Cadden. Yes, he turned on it well, neatly put in his path. Just getting too much chip on it. McEnany. Good goal giving. That really took off as it hit the turf. Really gained acceleration, as you'll see. The goalkeeper technically correct, body behind it all. Well beyond Hughes. That's wide, and it should be picked up by Chapman. Does get his cross in. That's almost an appalling error there by Jim Roger. I don't know, I think perhaps the fullback took his eye off it at the last minute. A bit too precious about the way he tried to go after that header. Well, it was 2 against 3 there. Odds on the Clydebank defence would get that ball. McGowan coming up at the back. McDonald, and there's a nice little one through. Oh, that's a miss. It's in though. The equaliser by Mike McEnany. Out of nothing. Well, I did say Bankies had organised themselves much better after the dreadful start to the second half, but watch this one. He suddenly opened up. Ball pushed forward there was no cover, they let it go right across. He was onside. Great effort by Gallagher, by the way, but luck right out of him. It's a bit of pushing going on there. Free kick to Clydebank in an interesting position, and if anybody can strike it with force and cleanly from there, going to the top hand, and there is a chance. Falling to Edie. Just as we were expecting a hard-blasted goal, there was a delicate chip towards Edie. And he didn't quite get it right, did he? And according to our watch, we've played the full 45 minutes of the second half. There will be, I would think, maybe a minute of stoppage time. This is Hughes. Could he do it? Wriggling his way, and that's an excellent ball. There's Edie! It's a goal. The referee looked across towards the linesman. There was no flag, and that is given, and that surely will be the winner. The 7th goal of the game, the 4th for Clydebank. Excellent play by Hughes. I think the player of the match, and sweetly finished by Ken Edie. And it's not over yet, I have to say. We're in stoppage time, and just never know now what Rovers might do. Keeping my eye on the referee. Seven goals in 45 minutes. You can't provide better entertainment to spectators than that.